So moving on to our fourth bit of movie news today. I actually thought this was quite interesting. Going back to the well of Paramount Pictures, apparently Paramount won a bid for the remake of Cleopatra, and it is starring Gal Gadot, being written and directed by Patty Jenkins, the classic Wonder Woman team. In this particular article, I think it's important or interesting to point out Paramount Pictures, first of all, is not known for winning too many bids when it comes to big films or big projects, but in this particular case, they beat out Universal Pictures, Warner Brothers, Netflix, and Apple. That's kind of a huge thing, especially being that Paramount, they don't have a lot of things in their money-making wheelhouse right now. They have the Fast and Furious franchise. They have
Well, let's just stop right there. No.
they have Mission Impossible. What else do they have? They don't actually have a lot of other IPs that are huge moneymakers. You know, Disney has tons of IPs. They've got money coming in from all different directions. Warner Brothers, same thing. Harry Potter, the Justice League, and when you talk not just Justice League, but DC Comics, so many different properties there as well. Paramount doesn't have all that much. And based on the description in this article, it looks like this Cleopatra remake movie is going to be huge. It's going to be like Star Wars level. It's going to be Avatar level. It's going to be Harry Potter level. Like, first and foremost, they need a huge win. But I would even argue bigger than that, to have a massive, gigantic film of what it sounds like Cleopatra is going to be. First of all, the amount of money that they're investing in it. Sorry, I saw you scratching your beard, and I got sidetracked for a second there, Tim. The amount of money that they're investing in this film and the credence, what they think it's going to be, is huge in terms of having a female lead character. Now, I get it. Wonder Woman or rather Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, is arguably one of the greatest female lead characters of our age. But to see her again, kind of breaking out of the Wonder Woman role and play Cleopatra, I don't know. I just see this. I see this as a win for all parties involved. Do you have a different take on this, Tim? Like, what are your stance?
Yeah, I want to know what men they're going to put in this movie alongside. No,
Chris Pine. Chris Pine.
Oh God, no, I think this is going to be cool. I thought that Patty Jenkins did an awesome job with Wonder Woman. I think that having a movie about a historical female figure directed by a female, with obviously the lead is going to be played by a female. It's just really, that's awesome. I'm excited to see, especially with a character as Cleopatra, who is depending on what historical angle you want to look at it from, is a very polarizing figure to a lot of people in a lot of ways. I'm excited for this one for sure. I love history. I love historical period pieces. I think that the more money you throw in, I became a huge kung fu movie fan as a result of just really enjoying the costumes and like period drama, the historical drama of the time. And so I am a sucker for those historical pieces. And for this one, I am really excited because it's a director I like and an actress that I like. And, I think that, like you said, I think that Paramount, I think that, I don't know, like the two franchises you mentioned for me, like stick out as ones that are super fun in knowing exactly what they kind of want out of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you know what to expect.
Regardless,
you know what to expect.
Yeah, you know what to expect. But I think regardless of what the vision is for the movie, they are good at executing the vision that they set out to execute. Like, and maybe that's a nice way of putting, saying you know what to expect. But I think that's a good thing at times, you know.
Sure.
And I think for a movie with this scale, like you know, once again, it is business. You know, you have to look at it
Yeah.
from that angle as well. Like it's got to do well, but it also is an opportunity to do some really cool things and break
Well,
some
in
ground
that
with
regard,
that.
I
So
think that's one of the things that's really cool about this particular property is that it's going to be completely different from what we've come to expect from Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot. You know,
yeah,
I think she's the perfect casting for Wonder Woman. I do. I think Gal Gadot is fantastic. I think she's strong. I think she's powerful. I think like she has all of the qualities that when I think of
she was great in the Fast and the
was
Furious
she in it?
movies. She was in she was in one of them. Yeah, maybe
Good
two
for
of them.
her. Great. Like again, good for her. Her acting style
Sorry.
has been criticized a little bit as being a little sub-average, but you know the very few things that I have seen her in, I think she's been fantastic. I think she's been great. So to see her kind of break out of the whole Wonder Woman thing and do something completely different, I'm very much looking forward to and seeing the same thing with Patty Jenkins. Let's
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Cleopatra is by no means an action star. Um, you know, the historical figure. So it will be. It's gonna. I mean, it's gonna not. We're not gonna be able to rely on. Well, maybe we will, but or they will, but you know, special effects, CGI,
yeah.
excitement, action, explosions to kind of. I would assume that it would be an acting heavy movie. You know, I mean, I would
Oh, it's got to
assume.
be a period piece drama. Oh, it's got to be.
Right, right.
Like this
So
is the kind of movie that I can see being nominated for Best Picture, Best Costume Design, Best Original Score. I mean, like I know virtually nothing about this, but you know, if it's going to be a remake of the previous Cleopatra film, which was I think it won Best Picture at the Oscars in what 50. Oh, what year did it come out? 53, 54, something like that. Somebody fact check me in the
I don't
comment
know.
section below. But yeah, I can. This is the kind of picture that I can see potentially being nominated. I mean, of course, the movie hasn't even been made yet. Script probably hasn't even been made yet. But if it's going to be on the epic scale, the level of what they're kind of talking about, I could see this going places.
I'm excited for it in that sense too, because doesn't it feel like it's been a while since we've had a kind of an epic historical like period piece? I know that I can't think of the last one that was like
I mean, we get a lot of
worthy.
the
Maybe the
Elizabethan era. I feel like those are a
yeah.
dime a dozen at this point, and you know they're high art, they're high production value, they're beautiful, they're well acted, they're you know. But I'm kind of getting tired of that genre. I want to.
I'm talking like full scale, you know. And this is the wrong movie to hopefully the wrong movie to compare it to or even like use as an example, but like you know the Great Wall with
Oh,
Matt
it's
Damon.
terrible. Oh, I hated that movie. Oh, it was so
Really
bad.
awful, awful. In so many ways, it was bad. Um, but that kind of like grand scale um thing, like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I want it to be like Gladiator in my brain. Like I want it to stick out and like have that sort of like
Well, there was the
historical
Ben Hur
relevancy.
remake from what like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It didn't do very
Yeah.
well. Nobody wanted it. It was
It's not
you
better than
know
the original.
But I feel like, you know, Patty Jenkins, Gal Gadot, it's high profile. They're sinking a lot of money into this. I think it has the potential to, and that's the whole reason for doing a remake. Not necessarily can you make it better than the original, but what can you
Right.
add to the story? How can you contemporize it in a way that makes sense? What can you add to it? What is it? What new things? Sorry, what is it you're trying to say? Which is essentially what I should be saying to
Right.
myself right now. Mike, what are you trying to say? Use your words. What new things are you trying to say that make it relevant again? So,
Sure.
anyway, guys,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah, why now too? Why are we
Yeah.
doing this
Mm-hmm.
now? You know, and there so there should be a reason for that. And if it's because Gal Gadot is the perfect person
Mm-hmm.
for the role, then I'm excited for it. Like I'm my the optimist in me is like, good. There's got to be a reason they're doing this. Like now, you know, I'm sure this. has been an idea in people's brains for a while now. So, but let's pull the trigger on it now because the time is right. Cool, I'm on
I
board.
agree. I agree. But what do you guys think? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Batman from the animated series would want you to do. His name is Batman.